This video is primarily for the folks that are going to Africa with us, but for those that are not going to Africa with us, and if maybe you're going to go in the future, you'll get to see what I usually take with me. The first thing that we're going to talk about is the clothing, and then we'll show a second part of this video of the equipment I'm going to take with me. I just brought a small sampling of what I'm going to take with me, but the first thing that's most important is I take really lightweight fishing type pants that can zip off. I never have zipped them off while I've been down there, but if you take the legs off, it makes it quite more comfortable. The reason I take these quick drying pants, first of all, they're quite comfortable in the humidity and the heat, but also, it's going to sound crazy, but we can wash these in the shower and let them dry overnight. They dry by the next morning, wear them again, so that you're not having to take 10 pairs with you. I'm going to basically, essentially, well, not basically, I'm going to take 4 pairs of these with me, probably 2 pairs of like this. They're a little bit dressier, but they're still the same type of pant. And then I'll take a pair of pants or a set of clothes, obviously, to wear on the airplane. The shirts I always take, these are the only, I don't take anything else. I just take several of these, usually 6 or 7 of these. These are the really lightweight fishing type shirts that have the venting on the side. You can get these anywhere from real cheap ones at Walmart to Cabela's, all these kind of places. But I find these to be quite comfortable, quite cool, easy and fast drying. I make sure to take a really lightweight rain jacket. We can definitely get some rain while we're there. We didn't get much last year, but it's pretty common to get a small thunderstorm or a large thunderstorm every day. So a small rain jacket, really lightweight, is pretty invaluable. A hat, of course. These are the only kind of shoes I'm going to take. Last year I took a pair of sandals as well. I wore them some on the plane, but other than that, I wore these 100% of the time while we were on the ground. So just an all-terrain type hiking shoe. Now a couple things for the plane. I'm going to recommend highly that you go out and buy these Bose noise-canceling earphones. They are the best thing I ever bought for traveling. They're expensive. They're worth every single penny. This makes your long flight to Africa much more bearable and a heck of a lot more comfortable. A few other things, just real quick, that I take with me. I always take these little disposable toothbrushes with me. It's such a long flight going there and back. These are kind of a nice thing to just have while you're on the flight. I don't take a whole bag of them, but I'll take 6 or 7 with me. Another thing you want to make sure is just take some bug spray with you. I take it in these little wiping forms. They're just a lot easier to carry out on the vehicle if you need to. I like them a lot better than a spray can. I do take 1 small thing of hand sanitizing gel just to have in the vehicle with me. I do buy 2 or 3 boxes of these little flushable wipes. You can use these to wipe your arms down, your face down, whatever it may be, but these come in handy quite often. I will take some sunscreen with me. With the long sleeve shirts and usually wearing a hat, I don't have to wear much, and we're a lot of times under a covered type vehicle. So you're going to be pretty comfortable, but take some with you for sure. And that's essentially what I take as far as clothing, underwear, socks, all those things, of course. But the main thing is the rain jacket, these lightweight shirts, lightweight pants. If you just pack those and a few little extras, you're not going to have a lot of weight. You have plenty of space to bring lots of goodies back from Africa. Next is the equipment. Thanks. Hi everyone. Now we're going to talk about the equipment I'm taking with me to Africa. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff here. You may not take as much as I'm taking, but at the same time, there's certain things I want to show you that are vital that you do take. Let's start out with our camera bags. Now you don't have to do this, but what I'm going to take is a Lowepro. We carry these here. This is a Lowepro Pro Roller. And as you can see, it looks like just a normal roller carry-on bag you would have. And the reason I like this so well is it doesn't look like a camera bag, but also it's just easier to get through the airports instead of a heavy backpack. It also has a great place to put my laptop. But as you can see, it holds a whole lot of gear. Quite comfortable. It fits all airline compatibility charts, so you can take it on any of the airports. Then what I do is I take my backpack, I put clothes in it, and then this goes actually into my suitcase. Because then once I get there, what I found in Africa, for me, it's just easier. I'll transfer what gear I need out of that bag into this, so I can carry it on my back. Because when we stop at lunch places, we'll sometimes get out of the vehicle and go into lunch place. I take my camera gear with me, of course. And it's a little bit easier than rolling this through sand or dirt. And so it just makes it much more comfortable and easy. Now let's go through the table of equipment. I am going to take one of these new Meade photo tripods. The reason being is they fold up very small. They're very lightweight. I didn't use a tripod much while I was in Africa, but I think this time we're going to try to do some night shots. Now, if you don't take one with you, I'm going to take some extra plates, and we can all share a tripod as well, and I imagine a few other people will have them. Another thing I take is my Hoodman Loop. If you've never seen these, come get one. They are just amazing tools to use. They go on the back of your LCD screen, cover the back of the LCD screen, so when you're shooting out in bright sun, you can see what you're actually getting. Again, that screen's not perfect, but you can sure see a lot more with this, and then check your histogram, of course. Lens-wise, I'm going to take an 80 to 400 Nikon, I'm going to take a 28 to 300 Nikon, and a 17 to 35 wide angle. You may not need this wide angle. I'm going to take one because I know we're going to see a few landscapes. I may want to shoot really wide. So I'll take this with me as well. Then camera bodies, I'm taking a D600 body, and then the camera that's shooting this video is my D810. Those are the two bodies. I do recommend you take two cameras. If you don't have a second one, rent one, or buy another one. If a camera breaks over there, there's no place we can get you one, and you will be brokenhearted if you don't have a second camera. One of the things else I'm going to suggest are these little click wraps. These click wraps, I'm going to use these converters here as an example. What these are designed to do is they fit into, well, if I can get them in there, they fit into this bag like this and close up like that. It gives you one added layer of protection, and the same with these. They're very inexpensive, but what I do is these clicks are designed to slide your camera body into, fold it, and close it. It adds one layer of extra protection to your camera body while we're traveling. They're worth getting. I'm only going to take one filter with me, a 77mm Moose filter. Again, you've probably heard me say before, this is my favorite hands-down landscape filter. I really highly suggest you get one of these before we go for your widest angle lens, but you only need to get one. I'm going to take one flash with me. Again, I shoot people pictures when I'm over there. When I do that, I prefer using a flash, so I'm going to take one flash. I've got my little GoPro that I have mounted on top of my camera. I take a remote with me, of course, if we're going to shoot landscapes, just in case. In front of that here is all my memory cards. I'm actually taking about 300 gigabytes worth of memory with me. That's an overkill, but here's the reason why. Let's say this card, second day, we get some amazing leopard stuff. I will actually take this card out, download it to 2 external hard drives, and put it away and not use it again, if it's really fantastic photos. Otherwise, what I'm doing, I'll skip over here for a second, is I'm taking these each evening, putting them into a card reader, downloading them onto 2 external hard drives using a small laptop computer, and then I'll erase the card once I know I have them backed up at least twice over. So make sure to go out and buy 1 or 2 of these. They're very inexpensive, easy to pack. Take those, put them in there. It'll be a gosh send to have that with you. You'll be happy. I take extra batteries with me, AA batteries for the flash. I'm taking 5 regular batteries to go with me as well. Just extras, because I'm shooting battery grips on both of these, so I have 2 batteries in each camera, so it's actually 6, and then I have 2 extra batteries backup. Behind that's the battery charger, of course. I've got a Giotto rocket blower. Again, an item I really, really suggest you take with you. Fold them up small, fit in your camera bag, blow excess dust off the camera. Behind that is the rain sleeves. These are $8 for a set of 2. Please come buy them. They are worth every penny. I've got a couple of these I've had for years, but if we get in really heavy rain, this will help protect your camera. In front of that, here's one of the big things that actually one of the participants on the last Africa trips did. They took a small power strip with them. The one I'm taking with me, I think this was $15. It has 3 power outlets, 2 USB ports, and plugs in. Now, while I'm talking about that, this is the adapter you need. The universal adapters you see at Walmart and such will not work. You have to have the specific one for South Africa. I've got a few, and I'll bring some extras with me. But if you want to, just give us a call. I'll tell you where you can get these, and you can order them. They're really cheap, $3 or $4 a piece, real inexpensive, and they're worth having. Next to that is my Black Rapid strap. I prefer the strap so I can carry a camera off to my side, and we have those either for men or women. I prefer that than having it around my neck. It's a lot more comfortable and easier to carry. Next to that are 2 USB cables. So I packed 2 extra, I have 2 USB cables for the hard drives. Then I carry 1 extra on top of my card reader, so if something happens to one, I have a backup. And then on this over here is the flashlight. I'm going to take a little extra flashlight with me. I'm going to take a small portable mouse with me for my computer. Behind that, I've got a few things we talked before. I take flushable wipes. This is stuff I actually carry on the airplane with me. I carry some flushable wipes, carry a few Band-Aids. I have my little pill case as well. And then in this is my little medical bag. I've got Rolaids, I've got Dramamine, I've got aspirin, I've got Tylenol, I've got little eye drops, I've got Band-Aids, I've got Tums, just about everything you can imagine. And I just made one of these little zip pouches I just bought at the dollar store, nothing to them. But I keep this with me just in case anything happens. The last thing we should probably talk about, do remember that the only thing you're required to take there's no shots, but you do need to take a malaria pill. And if you have any questions, give me a call. I'll tell you the one I actually take. The one I take is called Mefloquine. For me, it had no side effects whatsoever. I also like it where I only had to take it once a week, not every single day. So this is essentially what I'm going to take with me. If you have any questions, please call us 30 days or more before the trip. If you want to stop in and see, I'm going to make a list of the things I'm taking with me for our Africa participants. But also, what I want to say last is that if you're not going on this trip with us, go on the next one with us. Many people have heard me say that Africa is the one place that really changed my life, and it will change yours too. We need to get you there. It is a magical place to be. So when you get a chance, sign up and go with us. Again, thank you. Please share this and like and share our YouTube channel as well. Thanks.